All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And let me get this, my phone. Anyway, my phone is ringing. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. What I did is I put the 45 turn 540 can motor that came off of my Trail Finder 2. It's made by RC4WD drive, and seeing that it's a 45 turn motor, I knew it would be it should give me more slow speed control, which it definitely did that. And it gave me the ability, like you just seen, I was able to run it on 3S, and I was able to control it very nicely, very smooth, a lot of slow speed control. Now when I had the 20 turn motor on it, the stock one, when I put it on 3S, which you can't do 3S on the stock electron ESC, it'll fry that thing. But of course I changed the ESC out to a Hobbywing 1080, and once I put 1080 on, that allowed me to do 2 or 3S lipos. Now when I did the 3S on the stock motor, this thing was out of control. It was so jumpy, it had so much punch. Even with the punch turned all the way down on the 1080, it would just leap. You barely press the throttle and it would just want to jump almost, you know. And it was just too fast on 3S. 2S, it was even, in my opinion, too fast for a crawler. It was a lot of fun for a trail truck, you know, kind of bashing it around some. But that's originally why I changed it out. It had a little bit, it was a little too jumpy, too froggy. So when I put the 27 turn axial motor on this, it ran really good on 2S. It still had that a little bit, it was still a little too jumpy in my opinion for what I like. You know, I like having that nice slow control too. And it was kind of lacking quite a bit of that, and it's due to a lot of the transmission. And I was trying to get by without changing the pinion out too much, and I wanted to see if I can do it with just the motors. I'm doing different tests on several of my RCs, and yes, I have multiple pinions and I can change those out, but I'm using the stock pinion and the stock spur gear. So and I'm trying to just looking at the results I get with different motors. Now this 45 turn allowed me, like I said, 3S ran really smooth. I put it on 2S and it's great for crawling, and it had a lot of slow speed control, but in my opinion it actually had a nice speed to it, but it was really slow for trailing. And I like having that little bit of extra get up and punch to get up and over some brush sometimes. I mean, I get hung up a lot. The places that I go, not down here, but some of the places I go, I go through trails that's never really been walked on. I make my own trails, and some of it's really rough stuff, and I like to have a lot of punch to kind of break through it instead of getting hung up all the time and having to go do the hand of God thing on the rig. But anyway, yeah, it seems like his 45 turn motor is a very good choice for this motor, along with that Hobbywing 1080 on 3S. And also, if I want to go on the rocks, I know if I want a little bit more control on slow speed, I can go slap on the 2S lipo. But like I was saying, I do like to have that little extra punch, a little extra power that 3S does give you. So I'm fine with how it's running. I'll be fine crawling it like this on 3S. I'm going to be doing some tests soon with this one on the rocks and seeing how it does. I know it would benefit to have some portal axles, but I'm still working with the stock axles, and I want to see what this thing is fully capable of, just changing out your basic stuff before I get into the axles and all that. Anyway, they do have, I did see that Remo Hobby has released a new version of this. It's like a metallic red or burgundy color. It's a very nice color, and has really nice looking decals on it. Now these aren't the stock decals. I had these decals just floating around. I put them on myself, and these aren't, I pulled off all the stock decals that was on this. So if you get one of these, you won't get these decals, this decal sheet with your Remo Hobby. But besides that, the decals that do come with the red one look really cool. It also, the really neat thing is it's got a 2-speed manual transmission now. That's what it was saying on the web on Amazon. So and the price is still really good. I think it's around 200 or so. Don't quote me on that. You should look it up. Get on Amazon and look up Remo Hobby 1/10 scale. You should find it on there like I did, or just crawler, 10 scale crawler on Amazon. And I wasn't even looking for Remo Hobbies. It just popped up when I put 1/10 scale crawler on the search engine on Amazon. But yeah, it's a really great crawler. I would like to see what it's like with the 2-speed transmission, but right now this one's got the single speed. I prefer, sometimes it depends on what I'm doing. I love 2-speed transmissions, but I also love single speed. You know, it's less maintenance and stuff sometimes. Sometimes that's a good thing, but more simple. But either way, I think the 2-speed one would be great to have. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. And if you like this, hit that like button. You got any questions or anything for me, hit me up in the comment section. And as always, guys, thank you for everything.